Good evening, you are welcome back. This is part 4 training on LibCAST. It's going to be a continuation on, from the part 3 training that we conducted. I don't have internet now, but the LibCAST application is loaded or set up in my system here, my machine here, and so I'm going to do the continuation of the training from my system here. So the first thing that I need to do is to click on my browser. I've clicked on Google Chrome and I'm going to type localhost. Localhost /libcast. I press enter. Now I'm going to sign in. So for me to sign in, I need to enter my username, which is admin, and my password is admin. And I will click on sign in. The next step is for me to click on question or test. What I want to do here is to show you how you can edit questions, and you can also edit the options under each question. As you can see, there are different modules that I've entered to test run here. See them? And here I'm going to check on behavioral skills leadership. The application automatically filter out the modules, the questions, the scores, and the answers. And under functionalities that I can use, I can delete and I can. But what I want to do now is, you can see here, this is the module competency, and other questions. There are about 4 questions. For each questions, there are multiple options, and for any option selected correctly, 1 will be allocated for the right answer, except this one that we entered to for testing. So I'm going to change some of the content of the questions and allocate, change the answers from this one to another one. So the next thing I need to do is to click on edit. I've clicked on edit now. So whatever you do here, you have to click on save, and then you are done. Take for example, I want to delete part of these questions. Maybe I want to delete from here. I want to delete this part. Maybe I consider the questions to be too long, and I want the weight of the questions to be 5. And maybe I want this option number 2 to be the right answer. So I will click on save. You can see that the question stays successfully. 5.5 score has been allocated. So if I go back and select behavioral skills, you can see that while the question is being modified, the correct answer that I selected is what appears here. That's what will appear to the person examinee, and the score I have allocated just appear. So let's assume I want to change all their scores from 1 to 5. So I will click on edit. I'll come here and type 5. Let's assume that the question is supposed to be, the answer is supposed to be false. I'm just, for experiment, I'm just testing it. I'm just showing you how to do it. It's very flexible. You can turn it around and how you want it. You click on save. You go back there. You select the competency. Select behavioral. You can see 5 has come, and the answer is now false. Now let's assume I want to change this answer to true, and then change these scores to 5 as I just promised, as I just said now, and then maybe see if I can modify part of the question. So I'll just click on edit here, and I'll delete part of this question that I consider not relevant, maybe the spelling here is not correct, I'll right click and select the correct one, and here I will change it to 5, and here I'll change the answer to true, and I now add save. It will save. Now let's see another editing, another example. So I click on behavioral skills, and here I'm going to click on edit, and maybe the skills that I've entered here are not really appropriate. I want to change the scale from maybe to 2 years in between. You can do that too. You can click on this one, it will appear here. I'll say 1 to 2, click on go. Here I'll select this, maybe I'll say 3 to 4. To 4. You see how they are changing? Very easy to change. Maybe 5 to 6. And finally on this part, maybe 7 to 8. But one interesting thing is that maybe how long have you been working in the library, and maybe the question is okay by me, or I'll just say change this one, indicate your working, your years of working experience, and I want to change the score to 5, and I want to select this 7 to 8 as my correct answer. I'll just save. So that is how editing can be, or modification can be performed on every questions on competency. If you check now, you can now see that, look at the answer I just selected. So if I whatever you do as you continue to change, it will continue to reflect. If I go, whenever I'm going to conduct training with respect to how participant or examinee will be taking their test, you see that all these answers will be the right answers, that if the participant select, he or she will be awarded any of these score. So it's left for you to determine or to decide what kind of score you want to allocate for any question that anybody is able to answer. So that is that, and then you can continue to edit any module you want. You can say functional modules. Maybe I want to add more questions. So but I like now, if you want to add more questions, you can select new questions. Now you come and select the kind of module you want to add questions to. Functional skills, maybe this is the one, and you change the question you want to change, and you are good to go. So now here is how to do it. I've closed it, so you have to always close it before you add functional skills. I'll say, do you believe in library maybe do you believe in the importance of library as factor of positive change in people's life? I'm just typing anything. So I'll now create the question, and I'll start. Maybe one option is yes, and then another option is no, and maybe the last one is I don't care. And maybe the answer is yes, for example, and I give it maybe 5 or 4 So I have to click on save. Done. So now if you go to functional competency skills, you can see that the one I just added now appear, and the answers I give appear, and the score I allocated appear. So this is how to play around with questions, and it's very easy. Even at tier 2, you might even decide to change anything you want to change. Take for example now the behavioral skills that I first edited. This is the the behavioral skill. I've already allocated 5 minutes for all the 3 questions that are there, and two people have attempted to answer it. So maybe I can click on this one. So that there are more questions, but I just selected 3 out of 4. Initially, you saw 4, but only 3 I selected. So you can adjust what you want. You can click on this one. Sorry, click on this one and select this one and save. You see all of them have been selected. Maybe if there are 100 questions, I don't even want. Having done this, don't forget, you need to select 2 of them and go and submit. If not, it will not appear. So, as I said, assuming now you even have many questions, and let's assume we're working on this one, and you decide that you just want the candidate to answer only 2 questions. So you can deselect them and only this one will appear. And then you have to select this one and save first. You see that only the 2 are selected. So click on this and then you submit. It will be the only one that will appear during the exam when the candidate wants to take the exam. So that is how to modify or change questions and options under each questions, as we have done here. Or you might even decide to change the time that you allocate to questions. As I click on this, you see I can click on this and see that the time given here is much, and by the time I click here, I may decide to come here and even change it to 2 minutes. Make sure you select this and then you save, and you select this and you finally submit. Then you are done. So editing or modifying part or all the questions or module is very easy, very simple, straightforward. You just follow the same, click on any of this, and then you can always edit this. And when I say question papers, I can even add questions papers. I can start adding question papers to the one that will appear at the front, that will appear for students to start answering. But before I come and show you how to enable, disable questions that will appear, let me round up this training here, and then I will conduct another training on how the test can be taken or should be taken by students or by participants or by your staff or whatever name you might want to call them, and then see how you can make available or make unavailable questions or on modules that will be available for testing. So thank you very much for listening. God bless you, and you wait for the next training.